Kate, I thought maybe I would toss a question to you about what the district's COVID response has been and where you think we should continue to go, where we should look for data and so on.
Yeah, so I will say when March of 2020 happened, I think we all were shocked at a sudden closure of all the schools and our workplaces. But where I think Clinton Township, especially being on the board, just really had a very positive, quick response. We were able to quickly start virtual BOE meetings. I think that was great, and just getting the communication out to the parents. At the time, we as a board, we were really trying to increase our transparency with the public. We were trying to just engage in two-way communication as best we could. And Catherine, that I know was very sudden, was we did have to find a new superintendent relatively quickly in the middle of a pandemic. Do you remember that?
I do. Well, I was on the search committee for finding our interim superintendent, and I'm thrilled that we were able to find someone with the amazing experience that Dr. Roberto has, because I think that's been critical for helping us move through the pandemic. And one of the things that I think people don't appreciate as much about what a board does is that the board does not run the district. The superintendent runs the district. We oversee and make sure that the district is well run. And that's like a linguistic little turn of phrase. We don't run the district, we see it's well run. But what it means is that a lot of the decisions appropriately that are day-to-day decisions rest in the hands of the people with the training and the expertise and the lived experience within the district to make those calls. And so, for a board, I've always looked at the pandemic as a case study in like making sure that the district is well run means that first and foremost, we make sure that we are legal, that we are complying with the legal expectations. And that's also true for things like curriculum, that, there are state standards and we are legally obligated to meet those state standards with our curriculum. And that's what guides at least the framework of what we teach. And we can't just go off in a direction that we want to when it's a state requirement. And so, the masks, the Board of Ed meetings being virtual, offering a virtual option, a lot of that has been driven from above. And where there's been ambiguity in what the expectations are from above, we have a district doctor, we have our nursing staff, we have our director of special needs, special services, excuse me, and that, we have those experts within our district or affiliated with our district, our board attorney, who all give us advice on sort of what our district obligations are and how to weigh those and how to best meet the needs of all of our families. That's really tricky when there are trade-offs, and certainly there are trade-offs in the pandemic. We feel it in our families, right? And the district, I think, is no different. Yeah. Dan, how have you experienced it as a parent of a first grader last year, second grader this year?
Yeah, I had to experiment. Remote learning was very new for us, and I did try setting her up in a room by herself with a laptop, and then I can hear she's playing or getting distracted. We ended up working side by side. She was like my assistant, and we got into our routine. We got into a routine with the teacher. I did see a step up in communication to ensure like we were all on the same page, and things were being submitted properly and on time, and my daughter was achieving and succeeding in her education. Yeah, it was a very positive experience, a very inspiring experience, and it just proved how awesome the team is. The people, it gave me a renewed confidence. The people that we entrust our children with are absolutely working in their best interest.